This is really for that. Okay. I am so delighted that you are all here. Thank you so much for joining us for the closing night of our fall 2025 production of Pride and Prejudice. Because this is closing night, I just want to take just like a couple of minutes of your time and then we'll get the show started. So before we start, there's a few people that if you don't know them, you see their names in the programs, you see their titles of what they do. But if theater is a newer thing to you, you may not necessarily know exactly what those particular students do. So I want to take just a moment to pull some of these students out on stage and give you a chance to hear a little bit about what they do, and then we'll get started. So, would all of the crew heads please join me on stage? So, these are the students who are hugely integral in making all of this stuff happen. As an educational theater institution, the whole goal is to train up students to be empowered to take charge of doing different things, and that is exactly what all of these students here have done. Canute is responsible for a lot of the design elements and the construction of this world that you're going to experience today. Adra is in charge of the running crew and has been responsible for organizing and managing all of the scene changes and how things are happening with the whole flow of this world. Amalia is in charge of props, so anything the actors put their hands on, things that you see, has been part of what her and her group of people do. Mercy and her crew are the student artists who have helped create this design and painted all of the set, like everything that you see here has been part of her and her crew. Carmela is in charge of doing all of the hair and wig and makeup design, and so her and her crew have done fabulous to make the actors look the way that they look when they come out on stage. Elena is responsible with her crew with all of the costumes, the amazing, fabulous costumes that you'll see the actors in tonight. Patrick is our head of lights. He's the one that allows you to see what is going on the stage, and him and his crew have been hugely integral in creating the colors and the look of this world and what you see. Julie is our head of sound, and she is responsible for what you hear. She's responsible for working with myself and Mr. Gabbert on the music, and she creates some of the sound effects from scratch and all of the stuff that make up the sounds of this world. And then I'm going to end today with our two stage managers, Pat and Illy, who in a non-theater lingo, they're basically the project managers. They are the ones that are in constant communication with these crew leads and creating schedules and working with the actors and making sure everything is running so that everything that happens from the moment you walk in these doors until you leave, they are a part of putting that all together. So, thank you for joining us. I'm going to turn it over to our two stage managers and one final appreciation of all of the students.
Welcome everyone to LaSalle's 2025 production of Pride and Prejudice. Just a quick reminder, please silence your phones and put them away. There should be no photography, please. Anything for you. A quick couple things before we start. Also, this show is going to last about 2.5 hours, and there will be a 15-minute intermission in the middle. During that time, for those who are new to this theater, you can walk out those two doors, and on either side there's going to be bathrooms. We are also selling concessions, so you guys can restock on anything you guys need. In addition, we have a really special program called the Candygram program. That program makes it so that if you want to send a little something special back to a friend, a family member, anyone special, you can send them some candy, and I am sure they will appreciate it. So without further ado, this is LaSalle's Pride and Prejudice.
Soon enough after the wedding ceremony.
Sir William and Lady Lucas plan to call upon Mr. Bingley without delay. You must call upon him first. Think of what an establishment this would be for Jane or Lizzie or Kitty or Lydia. Or Mary.
There are such pleasures that doubtless congenial with the generality of female minds. I infinitely prefer the satisfactions of a substantial book.
We cannot call upon Mr. Bingley if you do not visit him first.
I shall send a few lines with you, assuring Mr. Bingley of my hearty consent of his marrying whichever of our daughters he chooses.
Oh, Mr. Bennet! How can you abuse my poor nerves in such a way?
You mistake me, my dear. I have the utmost respect for your poor nerves. They are my old friends. I have been acquainted with them these past 23 years.
It pleases your father to take no notice of the fact that his father saw fit to entail our estate in such a detestable way as to allow it only to pass to an heir of the male sex. We are in complete and utter ruin, unless one of you marry very well indeed.
Be comforted, Mamma. Perhaps Lady Lucas will introduce us to Mr. Bingley.
Lady Lucas introduced us to Mr. Bingley, with her Charlotte to dispose of. Child, you are too good for this world. Now, I wish to hear no more of the subject. I am sick of Mr. Bingley.
Oh, I am sorry to hear that. If I had known as much this morning, when I called upon Mr. Charles Bingley, I would not have informed him of the fact that you were almost eager to make his acquaintance at the Meryton Assembly Ball.
Oh, you are so quite me up for. Mr. Bennet gone to see Mr. Bingley and never saying a word about it until now.
Yes,
You told I was certain you loved your girls. Now, when shall we have Mr. Bingley to supper?
I say, Darcy, every young lady in Hertfordshire must be in attendance.
I'm not surprised. It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife.
Such a sublimely bucolic assembly. Why are we here?
And the speaker of Sir William is Mr. Bingley's sister, Miss Caroline Bingley, elegant young lady indeed.
And who is that other gentleman?
That is Mr. Bingley's friend, Mr. Darcy. I can tell you little of him.
How is it that Charlotte Lucas was able to ensnare Mr. Bingley for his first dance? She's not near as pretty as you, Jane. Or even you, Lizzie.
Perhaps Mrs. Long will introduce us.
Mrs. Long has two nieces of her own. She's a selfish, hypocrite of a woman, and I have no opinion of her. Mr. Bingley, I assume you've met my husband, Mr. Bennet.
Indeed I have.
Well, allow me to introduce you to three of his daughters. Jane, our eldest, freshly turned 22, and these are her sisters, Elizabeth and Mary.
Oh!
And those are my younger daughters, Catherine and Lydia.
I am delighted to make all of their acquaintances. Miss Bennet, may I have the honor?
Do you like Netherfield, Miss Darcy?
It is only Mr. Bingley's opinion of the field that is of any consequence.
It's good of you to join us, Miss Darcy. There is often a scarcity of enough gentlemen to go around to so many dances.
Evening very well, Charlotte. You bought Mr. Bingley's first dance.
Just what he seems to like his second better.
Yes, well, it's very well decided that my Jane is the prettiest woman in the room.
There are not so many men of good fortune as there are pretty women to deserve them.
Come, Darcy. I hate to see you standing around in this stupid way. You had a much better dance.
You know how much I dislike dancing unless I am particularly acquainted with my partner. Your sister's engaged, and there's not another woman in the room who would not be a punishment to dance with.
Upon my honor, I have never met pleasanter girls in my life as I have this evening, and several of them are uncommonly pretty.
You are dancing with the only handsome girl in the room.
Miss Jane Bennet, oh, she is the most beautiful creature I have ever beheld. But one of her sisters, Miss Elizabeth Bennet, is standing just behind you. She's very pretty and, dare I say, very agreeable.
She is tolerable, but she's not handsome enough to tempt me. You better return to Miss Bennet and enjoy her smiles, for right now you're wasting your time.
Not handsome enough to dance with. I hate that man. So high and conceited.
Lizzie, Mr. Bingley is just what a young man ought to be. I've never seen such happy manners.
He is also handsome, which a young man are likewise speedily possibly can.
I did not expect a compliment at the second dance.
He sees that you are 5 times as pretty as any other woman in the room. Well, I give you leave to like him. You'd like him any stupid and courtesy.
for Miss Jane Bennet, I cannot conceive of an angel who's more angelic.
What say you, Darcy? Have you ever met a room full of more prettier or pleasanter people in your life?
I find little beauty and no flair in the assembly. I acknowledge that Miss Bennet is very pretty, Charles. However, she smiles too much. Miss Bennet, may we perhaps encounter one another again?
Perhaps, Mr. Darcy, but I believe it unlikely to be on the dance floor of the assembly room. Any partner you would find here is but tolerable.
Mr. Bennet, what an excellent evening we have had. Mr. Bingley danced 4 dances with our Jane. Well, first he danced with Charlotte Lucas, but he did not admire her at all.
And then he danced with Jane,
Followed by nearly every girl in the room.
he didn't dance with me.
There was Mary King,
Clumsy spotted Mary King.
and then,
With Jane again.
and again and again.
If he had any compassion for me, he would not have danced so much.
He would have danced with me, but I was otherwise engaged.
With Captain Carter and Ensign Denny.
I must say, Mr. Bingley was a charming man, and his sister was a delightful woman. I dare say her gown was the most elegant I've ever seen. That lace alone.
No. No, my dear, the hour precludes my hearing of any description of ladies' finery.
Well, Mr. Bingley's friend, a Mr. Darcy, was shockingly rude to our Lizzie. But don't you worry, Lizzie, you do not lose anything by not suiting his fancy. As long as I can see one of my girls happily settled at Netherfield, and the others equally well married, I shall wish for nothing. Isn't that right, Mr. Bennet?
What did Miss Darcy say, Lizzie? That you were the prettiest woman in the room. Now, when should the next opportunity for seeing Mr. Bingley be, do you think?
The Lucases have invited him to their party 2 weeks from now. Mr. Bingley, his sister, and Mr. Darcy.
Do you think, Eliza, that Mr. Darcy will be able to separate himself from the wall when the dancing begins?
He will, if Miss Caroline Bingley holds any sway.
I sense he would prefer to dance with you.
Oh, well, I would not dance with him if I were you, Lizzie. That man is at up with pride.
I may safely promise you never to dance with him.
Darcy's pride does not offend you much as pride often does, because there is an excuse for it. He's such a fine young man with family, fortune, everything in his favor. He should think highly of himself.
My dear Charlotte, I can easily forgive his pride had he not mortified mine. It should be noted that vanity and pride are different things, though the words are often used synonymously. Pride relates more to our opinion of ourselves, vanity to what we let others think of us. Jane is yielding to love for Mr. Bingley.
Is she?
It is her manner to be discreet.
A woman is better off showing more affection than she feels. If Jane is so discreet as to not help Mr. Bingley on, he may never do more than like her. And when she is secure of him, there will be leisure to falling in love as much as she chooses.
Your plan will be a good one for her design to get her a husband. But Jane is interested in the qualities of Mr. Bingley's character.
If she were married to him tomorrow, there would be as much of a chance of happiness as if she had studied his character for a year, no matter how similar the dispositions of the parties are beforehand. They grow sufficiently unlike afterwards to have their share of vexation.
What does Mr. Darcy mean studying my conversation with you?
That is a question only Mr. Darcy can answer. Remember my advice, Eliza.
Are you enjoying the evening, Mr. Darcy?
Well enough.
Should I, do you think, attempt to tease Mr. Bingley into giving us a ball at Netherfield?
If you wish. It's a subject which always makes a lady energetic.
You are severe on us, Mr. Darcy. I only meant that the dancing there might be more to your liking.
Mr. Darcy. Sir William, I consider dancing as one of the first refinements of any Polish society. I don't doubt that you're adept at the science yourself.
I'm not averse to it.
Delighted to hear it. Miss Eliza Bennet, my dear girl, you excel so much in the dance it would be cruel to deny me the pleasure of seeing you.
Sir, I entreat you not to suppose that I am willing to beg for a partner.
Miss Bennet, I most respectfully request the honor of the next dance.
Thank you. But I am sorry, Mr. Darcy. I am determined not to join the dancing just now. If you will excuse me.
I can guess the subject of your reverie. You're considering how unsupportable it would be to pass many evenings in such a society.
My mind is more agreeably engaged. I'm meditating on the very great pleasure that a pair of fine eyes and the face of a pretty woman can bestow.
And what woman is it that inspires this?
Miss Elizabeth Bennet.
Oh, I am in all astonishment. Pray, when I to assure your engagement.
A lady's imagination is very rapid. It jumps from admiration to love to matrimony in a mere moment.
Well, I shall consider the matter absolutely settled. You will have a charming mother-in-law indeed, and she will want always to be home with you in Pemberley.
Miss Bingley, I just wanted to say that your brother and my Jane make a handsome couple. I should expect that he will never want to leave Netherfield.
Regrettably, my dear Miss Bennet, at least only for these next 3 months.
Oh, but surely that is a matter of small consideration when there is so much reason to extend it. Excuse me, Miss Bingley.
That woman is singularly the most insufferable human I've ever known. I should like to be better acquainted with Miss Jane Bennet.
A letter from Netherfield for Jane. Oh, it's from Miss Bingley.
My dear Miss Jane Bennet, my brother Charles and Mr. Darcy are to be at the offices all day. If you are not so compassionate as to dine with me, I face the appalling prospect of being left to my own company. Come as soon as you can.
Oh, Mr. Bingley not being there is very unlucky. But still, Jane, you must go and make what you can of it.
Well, Miss Bingley has invited me to Netherfield. May I take the carriage?
Certainly.
No, Jane, it is much better that you go on horseback. For there is a very likely chance of rain, and if it does rain, of course you shall be required to spend the night.
Mamma!
Jane, go all the way to Netherfield and not see Mr. Bingley. I will not hear of it. Now, go dress but delightfully and pray for a good storm.
Dearest Lizzie, it appears that I am quite unwell this morning, which I suppose can be attributed to my wet travel yesterday. Mr. Bingley has returned, and he and his kind sister will not hear of my returning home until I am fully recovered.
Well, my dear, should your daughter have a dangerous fit of illness, and should she die, it would be a comfort to know that it was all in the pursuit of Mr. Bingley, and under your direction.
People do not die from trifling colds. And anyway, she will be well taken care of at Netherfield. It is quite best she stays there as long as possible.
I must go to her.
I shall prepare a carriage as soon as the horses return from the field.
No, I must go right away.
How will you get there?
By foot.
By foot, all the way to Netherfield, in this mud.
Cutting through the fields.
It is a mere 3 miles. You walked all this way in such dirty weather. How I admire the vigor of country life and the good folk who live it.
Miss Bennet, you are very welcome.
My sister's letter has created no small amount of concern.
This ill turn of hers grieves us to the heart.
Miss Bennet, I assure you that your sister's condition is not nearly so grave as to require you to travel so far a distance on foot, and alone.
It would have been quite impossible for me to stay away, Mr. Darcy. Is my sister awake?
Yes, but not yet well enough to leave her room. We've sent for the apothecary.
My family is most indebted to you.
Ah, please remain with us until your sister's fully recovered. We would be most grateful if you did.
Oh! Yes! Please, stay. Do!
You are extremely kind.
Let me take you to her.
Well, Darcy, there's little to recommend Miss Elizabeth Bennet, save her from being an excellent walker. Her hair is so untidy, so rosy. This adventure must have well dimmed your admiration of her fine eyes.
I found them quite brightened by the exercise.
I thought Miss Elizabeth Bennet looked particularly charming, didn't you?
Charles! She looks almost wild, walking 6 or 7 miles in a petticoat, ankle deep in the mud. What could she mean by it?
It shows an affection for her sister that is most pleasing.
Miss Jane Bennet really is a very sweet girl, and I wish with all my heart that she might be well settled. But with such a family and such connections, I see little chance of it. Good evening.
Miss Bennet, how does your sister fare?
It is not a severe cold, Mr. Darcy, but I should like to take care that it is not settled. I have left her sleeping.
Would you take pleasure cards, Miss Bennet?
I think you should know.
I believe Miss Elizabeth Bennet to be the type of woman who is a great reader, but takes little pleasure in anything else.
I deserve neither such praise nor such censure. I am not an avid reader, and I do take great pleasure at many things.
And Mr. Darcy, what is your reason for not joining us in piquet?
I am writing to my sister.
Miss Georgiana! Oh, how I long to see her again. Has she grown much since the spring?
She is, I believe, near Miss Bennet's height.
And quite an accomplished young woman for her age. Her performance at the pianoforte is exquisite. Do you play, Miss Eliza?
But very ill indeed.
It is a constant amazement to me how all young ladies have the patience to be also accomplished as they are.
But, Charles, whatever can you mean? All women accomplished?
All of them. I am sure I have never heard of a young lady spoken of for the first time without being informed that she was very accomplished.
There are not more than half a dozen in the whole range of my acquaintance that would better fulfill my understanding of the word.
Then you must include a great deal in your notion of an accomplished woman.
Yes, I do include a great deal in it.
I believe most women to be fully esteemed accomplished without a thorough knowledge of music, singing, drawing, dancing, and the modern languages. Above all, she also possesses a little something in her air, in her manner of walking, in her tone of voice, in her etiquette expression.
And more substantially, the improvement of her mind by extensive reading and consideration.
I am no longer surprised at your knowing only 6 accomplished women. I rather wonder now at your knowing any.
I assure you, Miss Bennet, that Darcy's pursuit of his own perfection is every bit as singular.
What a great loss that is to me. For I own that follies and nonsense, whims and inconsistencies do divert me, and I love to laugh at them whenever I can. But these human failings, I suppose, are precisely what Mr. Darcy is without.
That's not possible for anyone, but it has been my aim to avoid those weaknesses that invite ridicule.
Such as vanity, perhaps, and pride.
Yes, vanity is a weakness indeed, but pride, where there is real superiority of the mind, is always under good regulation. I have my faults enough, Miss Bennet. My temper I dare not vouch for. It can even be called resentful. My good opinion once lost is lost forever.
That is a failing indeed, I really cannot laugh at it.
There is, I believe, in every disposition a tendency to some particular defects that not even the best education can overcome.
And your defect is to hate everybody.
And yours is to willingly misunderstand them.
Right! Do you let us have some music? Perhaps something a touch lighter than the conversation beforehand. Miss Bennet, could we perhaps prevail upon a jiggle, a reel?
I must see to my sister. Mr. Bingley, should Jane not be decidedly improved in the morning, it would be best that my mother visit and form her own judgment of the situation.
Yes, of course, Miss Bennet. Very wise indeed.
I should like to pass this evening in my sister's room should she want for anything.
I'll see that you have everything you need.
Miss Bingley.
Mrs. Bennet, Miss Bennet. I do hope, dear madam, you have not found Miss Bennet worse than you expected.
Jane suffers a vast deal, I'm afraid, but with the sweetest patience in the world, as is always the way with her. She has, without exception, the greatest patience I've ever come across.
She has indeed.
Now, I'm afraid, Mr. Bingley, we must trespass a bit longer on your kindness.
Be assured, madam, that your daughter will receive every possible attention.
Well, you do have fine rooms here, Mr. Bingley. I should expect you will never want to leave Netherfield, though your lease is short.
I must say that at the present I feel myself quite fixed here. Yes, I find myself quite in love with the country. I believe Darcy shares my view of the matter.
In actuality, I find some country neighborhoods to offer a very confined and unvarying society.
Confined, you say, and unvarying.
Mamma, Miss Darcy only meant that.
I can assure you, sir, there is every bit as much variance going on in Hertfordshire as there is in the town.
Mamma, has Charlotte Lucas been to Longbourn since I went away?
Oh yes, she called just yesterday with her father. What an agreeable man Sir William is. So genteel, so easy, always something to say to everybody. That is my idea of good breeding. And those individuals who fancy themselves very important and never open their mouths quite mistake the matter.
Mr. Bingley, did you not promise a ball here in Netherfield? It'd be the most scandalous thing in the world for you not to keep your word.
I am perfectly ready, dear young lady, to keep my word. And once your sister is fully recovered, if you please, shall announce the very day of the Netherfield ball.
Oh, there is the pledge of a fine gentleman. And you will not escape dining with us when Jane is fully recovered and returned to us.
Jane is home.
Later, Lydia.
Is Mr. Bingley to keep his pledge?
Lydia?
Oh, sorry. Feeling better, Jane.
Yes, thank you, Lydia.
Great. So is Mr. Bingley to keep his pledge?
Yes, I believe there will be a ball soon.
Jane, I can see no sensible explanation for you leaving Netherfield so hastily.
Jane was feeling quite recovered, Mamma.
Yes, but Tuesday would have finished the week.
Well, I am happy to see you both. In your absence, our evening conversation lost much of its animation, and almost all of its sense. Today promises to be an eventful one. I do hope, my dear, that you have ordered a particularly good dinner. We have reason to expect an addition to our little family reunion.
Oh, Mr. Bingley! And not a good fish to be caught.
It is my cousin, Mr. Collins, a person who I never saw in the whole course of my life, and who, when I am dead, may turn you all out of this house as soon as he pleases.
Oh, it is the wickedest thing in the world that this estate should be entailed away from your own children.
We are to expect him promptly at 4. He plans to stay the week.
What a fine family of daughters you have here, my dear Mr. Bennet. I've heard, of course, of their beauty, but in this instance, fame has fallen short of truth. I do not doubt Miss Bennet, and you'll see them all in due time.
Disposed of in marriage.
Well, if not, they will be destitute enough. Things are settled so oddly.
Ah, you allude perhaps to the entail upon the estate.
Well, it is a grievous affair against my poor girls, you must admit.
Madam, be assured, as recently ordained clergyman, and one so fortunate as to be distinguished by the parsonage of the Right Honourable Lady Catherine de Bourgh, it shall be my privilege to perform those rites and ceremonies as instituted by the Church of England. I cannot otherwise be concerned being the means of injuring one of your amiable daughters present. I will not say more. A handsome piece, and rather rare. I believe its lines are quite restful to the eyes and
To the form.
You are most fortunate in your patrons, Mr. Collins.
the Lady Catherine de Bourgh. Indeed I am, sir. By many she's reckoned proud, but I've been treated with such condescension and affability as to have twice been invited to dine at her lady's residence, to merely convey to you a sense of magnitude of Rosen Parks. The chimney piece in the second drawing room alone cost £800.
800.
Indeed, and no more than a lane separates Rosen Parks from a plot where stands my humble abode.
Imagine that. The mere width of a lane.
So, Mr. Collins, does Lady Catherine have any sons?
My lady is possessed of a daughter, Miss Anderberg, who's entailed to a very expensive property.
Well, has she been presented at court yet?
Unhappily, Miss Anderberg's indifferent state of health prevents her being in town. And as I told Lady Catherine myself one day, she has deprived the British court of one of its most brightest ornaments. You may imagine I'm happy on every occasion to offer those nice, little, delicate compliments, which are always acceptable to the ladies.
May I ask, Mr. Collins, whether these pleasing intentions proceed from the impulse of the moment, or are the result of previous study?
I sometimes amuse myself with composing such little, elegant compliments as to be adapted at an ordinary occasion. Yet I always wish to deliver them with such unstudied an air as possible.
Mr. Collins, why don't you tell us more about your society over supper?
I expect your travels have given you a good appetite.
A subsequent appetite, Mr. Bennet. Ladies. Miss Bennet, allow me to regurgitate my enjoyment of last evening's supper. To which of your fair daughters may I credit the excellence of the cooking?
Mr. Collins, I can assure you we are able to keep a good cook. None of my daughters have anything to do in the kitchen.
Madam, if you perceived any slight on your most comfortable arrangements, I should be most mortified. The confusion does serve, however, to introduce this topic which I shall light upon with startling directness. Having attained a godly profession, good home, and sufficient income, I intend to marry. And since I'm eager to make amends for the awkward nature of the entail upon this estate, I propose to choose for my wife one of your daughters.
Which one?
Seniority, I believe, should have its due.
Jane?
A wonderful face and most amiable.
Mr. Collins, I feel obliged to mention that my eldest...
Jane.
Yes, Jane, is very soon to likely be engaged.
My best wishes to Felicity.
But of my younger daughters, I don't know of any prepossessions.
Next is...
Elizabeth?
What? Right.
Mama, you still Wilkins and Hampton
To see if Mr. Denny
and Captain Carter have returned.
from London.
Well, would Meryton and a bit of exercise suit you, Mr. Collins?
I'm fond of a light walk, if it's not exceedingly long. Miss Elizabeth, may you grant me the distinction of walking into town with me.
There's Mr. Denny.
Is that Captain Carter with him?
That man is far too pleasingly shaped to be Captain Carter.
Well, let's be introduced.
Mr. Denny, how did you find London?
We have returned a far more attractive and sociable company, I dare say. Allow me, this is my friend Mr. George Wickham. This is Miss Elizabeth Bennet and her sisters Miss Jane Bennet, Miss Mary Bennet.
And Miss Catherine Bennet, leaving this fine, attractive woman to me, Miss Lydia Bennet. Denny has told me much of the Bennets of Longbourn, all of it is most flattering.
And this is our cousin, Mr. Collins.
Honored.
Will you be a married to long, Mr. Wickham?
Several months, I'm pleased to say, I have just purchased a new commission in Lambton.
Where he shall quickly outshine us all, I'm sure.
I hope we shall have the pleasure of seeing you often, Mr. Wickham.
Pleasurable company and good society are enjoyable indeed, Miss Bennet.
Miss Bennet, how very fortunate. Darcy and I were just about to go to Longbourn to inquire after your health, weren't we? Sorry, he was with me just now. Should you be out and about so soon?
Oh, I'm quite recovered, truly.
I say, are you up for a brief walk about the town? I should be very happy for your company.
Of course.
I promise to surrender her soon.
Mr. Wickham, can we entice you and Mr. Denny to come to your bonnets with us? We're at such a loss to determine which is the prettiest, and we'd much value your opinion.
How's your eye for bonnets, Wickham?
Unpracticed, sad to say. I'll join you presently.
I hold little interest in bonnets, Mr. Collins. May I show you the records of the Benedictine Abbey? It is a most fascinating relic.
Is it far?
It is a brief amble from where we stand. The ruins are exceedingly revealing.
Miss Bennet! Mr. Wickham.
Could I inquire, Miss Bennet, how far Netherfield Park is from Meryton?
3 miles to the west.
And may I ask how long Mr. Darcy has been staying there?
Since late September. Are you acquainted?
We're boyhood friends. I know that assertion may surprise you due to the manner of our cold meeting just now.
I confess that it does.
You know Mr. Darcy?
As much as I ever wish to, I take him, even on my slight acquaintance, to be an ill-tempered man.
I have to agree. We are not on friendly terms.
Mr. Wickham, you want to join us?
I apologize. Miss Bennet and I struck upon a common interest.
There's a party tonight at the Lucas's. Will you come? It's just supper, cards, and silly little games. Nothing like the London parties.
If Miss Lucas would be so glad to invite me, I would be delighted.
Lady Lucas will be quite cross if we fail to persuade you to join us. And I should be disappointed not to continue our conversation.
Sir William and Lady Lucas, I compliment you on this charming and intimate niece you possess. Upon my word, I could have almost supposed myself to be in a small summer breakfast parlor, rosy parks.
I see.
Oh, if you received any slightly most comfortable arrangements, I should be mortified. Rosie Charles is the great home of my noble patroness, the Lady Catherine de Burgh.
Oh, Lady Catherine de Burgh.
To merely convey to you a sense of splendor, Rosie Charles. The chimney piece in the second drawing room alone costs £800.
800? Think of that, Charlotte. My daughter is fond of a good games.
Miss Lucas.
Mr. Collins.
Would you care to make up our table for a game of whist, Mr. Collins?
I confess to scant knowledge of the game, sir, but should be glad to remove myself.
Miss Bennet,
Mr. Wickham, I hope our modest gathering has not given you cause for despair.
on the contrary, I have every cause to cheer.
How so?
Pleasurable company and good employment I own are necessary to me, Miss Bennet. See, I was not meant for the military life. Had it pleased the gentleman we were speaking of this afternoon, I may have been in possession of a parish.
You contemplated life in the church, Mr. Wickham.
I had every expectation of being in that good living. The late Mr. Darcy was my godfather and meant to amply provide for me, and thought he had done so.
Why was this bequest not honored?
It's difficult still for me to comprehend the son's refusal to honor his father's wishes. It's not an easy subject. Darcy and I were boyhood friends, and dare I say, thought of as brothers. You see, my father was an attorney and the most highly esteemed by Darcy's father. He left his entire practice and devoted himself exclusively to their affairs. When he died, Darcy's father looked after me like I was his own son. When that good man passed on, I left myself without my bequest. He left me without my bequest all legal regimen.
How was that possible?
There were such informalities in the terms of the will that left me with no hope from the law, and for reasons Darcy has chosen to keep private from me, He has chosen to look upon his father's wishes as a mere recommendation.
But what could have been his motive?
Jealousy, if the father liked me less, the son may have borne me better.
This is shocking. He deserves to be publicly disgraced.
Perhaps someday he will be, but not by me. I have kind respect for his father. I could never do anything to discredit the son.
I had not thought Mr. Darcy so bad as this. Such malicious spite. Can such abominable pride have ever done him good?
He's able to pretend otherwise, but some may see him as generous and liberal, assisting his tenants and even relieving the poor. Darcy will not do anything to discredit the good family name.
I am astonished at his intimacy with Mr. Bingley. Do you know him?
Not at all.
He is a sweet-tempered, amiable man. He cannot know what Mr. Darcy is.
Oh, Miss Bennet. I've tyrannized your entire evening with the drama of my personal misfortunes. You must think my manners are atrocious and wish to see me forevermore.
You are wrong on both counts, Mr. Wickham. I hope we shall have the pleasure of seeing you along with the other officers at the ball Mr. Bingley is planning at Netherfield.
Lydia told me that Mr. Denny told her that Wickham will suddenly come to London. The only good consequence of Mr. Wickham having business in town is that the poor gentleman is spared the sight of Mr. Darcy.
It is difficult, indeed, distressing to think that Mr. Darcy could have treated Miss Wickham so disgracefully, and so intimate friends were so deceiving.
There was truth in Mr. Wickham's looks.
Do you find in Mr. Wickham the same admiration that I find in Mr. Bingley?
Miss Bennet and Miss Bennet, we are honored that you have come. Will you join me, Miss Bennet, in the first of several dances?
Miss Elizabeth, may I take this opportunity to solicit your...
Mr. Collins, before you continue, I cannot help but to be uneasy that you risk rebuke from your patronage should you join in the evening's amusements.
I am secure in the belief that Lady Catherine will see the gathering to have little in the way of evil tendency. And since I'm so far from projecting myself, my dear Miss Elizabeth, I shall be honored to have your...
Miss Bennet,
Mr. Darcy.
I trust you have been well.
Quite well, Mr. Darcy.
Miss Bennet, I hope you will honor me with this dance.
Oh. Well. Of course, Mr. Darcy. It is a pleasant dance. Is that your observation, Mr. Darcy?
Yes, very pleasant.
It is your turn to say something now, Mr. Darcy. I remarked upon the dance and you want to make some kind of comment on the size of the room or the number of couples.
Do you have rules then? Conversation with dancing.
Only that it was wrong to be entirely silent for half an hour together. For the advantage of some, conversation ought to be arranged so they might have the pleasure of saying as little as possible.
Are you consulting your own feelings in the present case? Or do you imagine that you are gratifying mine?
Well, for I've only seen a great similarity sincerity in the tone of our minds. We are each of an unsocial, taciturn disposition, unwilling to speak unless we expect to say something that will amaze the whole room and be handed down to posterity with all the brilliance of a proverb.
It's not a picture of your character, I'm sure. Of course it resembles mine, I will not pretend to say. You think it's a faithful portrait, undoubtedly.
I must not decide on my own performance.
Such superior dancing, sir, is not often seen. I most hope to have this pleasure often repeated, especially when a special event concerning a best friend and dear sister of mine is to take place. What congratulations will then flow in?
Do you and your sisters often walk to the village?
Yes, very often. When you saw us there the other day, we had just been forming an acquaintance.
Mr. Wickham is blessed with such manners as to his making no friends. However, whether he may be equally capable of retaining them is less certain.
He has been so unlucky as to lose your friendship, and in a manner which he is likely to suffer from all his life. I remember hearing you once say, Mr. Darcy, that your resentment, once created, was unappeasable. You are very careful then, I suppose, as to the resentments you hold dear.
I hope I am.
And you never allow yourself to be blinded by prejudice.
May I ask what these questions tend?
Merely to the illustration of your character, I am trying to make it out.
And what is your success?
I do not know at all.
Mr. Darcy, I'm gathered intelligence that you are a near relation of my eminent patroness, the Lady Catherine, who is conceiving me as the spiritual advisor at Rosings Park. I am the revered William Collins, and I'm most grateful for our mutual connection to that great lady allows me to pay my profound respects. And I hope you'll excuse my not having done so before. A charming fellow. I'm quite pleased with my reception.
Would you like to rest long enough, Margaret? Let the other young ladies have their time for exhibit.
So, Miss Eliza, I hear you are quite pleased with Mr. George Wickham. On slight acquaintance, I find him to be an agreeable gentleman. Let me recommend you, as a friend, not to give insufficient confidence into all of his assertions. For Mr. Darcy using him ill is perfectly false. On the contrary, it is George Wickham who imperiously used Darcy in the most rudest of manners. For I do not know the particulars of the situation, but what I do know is Darcy is in the least to blame. I have no doubt of your sincerity, Miss Bingley, but prefer to make my own judgments in the matter. I beg your pardon, it was kindly meant.
The match has many advantages, such as his being such a charming man and so well off, and living but 3 miles from Longbourn. Oh, and his sister is terribly fond of Jane. And think of what a promising thing this would be for my younger girls. For Jane's marrying so well would throw them in the way of other wealthy men.
For heaven's sake, Mother, speak lower. The entire room will overhear you.
Captain Carter, wait for me! Captain Carter!
Oh, Lord, how sorry I am. Let it go.
Miss Bennet, in the course of this fair morning, I hope to have a private audience with your fair Elizabeth. My senses are still aflamed after last evening's encounters. I expect you to true my purport.
Sorry. Oh, yes, Mr. Collins. Yes. Yes, I understand you. Elizabeth, Mr. Collins wishes to see you. She'll be very happy, Mr. Collins. She can have no objection. Elizabeth, stay.
Believe me, my dear Miss Elizabeth, when I say that your modesty adds to your other perfections.
Mr. Collins.
Before I run away with my feelings on this subject, perhaps it shall be advisable for me to state my reasonings for marrying.
That is not...
First, I believe a clergyman should set an example of matrimony in his parish. And secondly, I believe it will very greatly to my happiness. And thirdly, which I ought to have mentioned earlier, that is the particular recommendation of the very noble lady whom I have honor of calling patroness, the Lady Catherine de Bourgh. It was the very Saturday night before I left Hunsford, at our pools between the quadrille when I was arranging her footstool that she said,
Mr.
It
Collins.
is time that you marry. Let her be an active, useful sort of person. Not brought up too high. Find such a woman as soon as you can. Bring your husband and I shall visit her.
If I
One moment. It remains for me to insinuate why my energies are directed towards your person. After the passing of your honored father, I cannot compare with the state upon his house.
Most generous.
I could not be otherwise. The fortune I'm perfectly indifferent. And since I'm well aware I cannot be compiled with, on that head I shall make no demand on your father. And now, since nothing remains for me but to assure you, in the most animated language, of the violence of my affection.
Sir, you are too hasty, and you forget that I have made no answer. Let me do so now. Accept my thanks for the compliments you are paying me, but it is impossible for me to accept your proposals.
I understand.
I thank you for that.
But enough discouraged, as it is I believe, usual young ladies to reject at first the hand of the man whom they secretly mean to accept.
I assure you, I am not one of those ladies. You could not make me happy, and I am convinced I am the last woman in the world who can make you so.
You are uniformly determined, and I'm in full hope and sanctioned by the express authority of both your excellent parents. My proposal will not fail of being acceptable.
Your hope is an extraordinary one in light of my declaration. Why do you insist on disbelieving me?
First, I cannot believe that my hand is unworthy of your acceptance. And secondly, I've observed your financial situation to be so unhappy as to discourage any romantic rivals. I therefore conclude that you are not serious in your rejection and choose to increase my love by a suspense according to the usual practice of elegant females such as yourself.
Really, Mr. Collins, if what I have said can appear to you as encouragement, I know not how to express my refusal in such a way as might convince you of its being one. My feelings in every respect fall within lines with you. I cannot speak more plainly.
Mr. Collins, allow me to state that the prospect of our closer connection permeates me with pleasure.
I am euphoric to the marriage. However, there has been a slight impediment.
Which is?
My declaration has been refused.
Refused?
I judge it a feminine syndrome.
Mr. Bennet, come to the sitting room immediately. Elizabeth shall be brought to reason, Mr. Collins. She's a headstrong, foolish girl, and she does not know her own interest. Oh, but I promise you I will make her know it.
Forgive me, madam, but if she's headstrong and foolish, perhaps we should not force her acceptance. After all, I seek some measure of happiness in the marriage state.
Sir, you misunderstand me. I only meant Lizzie is headstrong in matters such as these. In everything else, she's as good-natured a girl as ever lived.
Mr. Bennet, we are in uproar. You must make Lizzie marry Mr. Collins, for she vows she will not have him.
I have not the pleasure of
understand.
Mr. Collins! Now where has he gone? Elizabeth, your father wishes to see you. And now Mr. Collins has begun to say he will not have Lizzie.
And pray, what am I to do on the occasion?
Insist upon Lizzie marrying Mr. Collins.
Come here, child. I understand that Mr. Collins has made an offer of marriage. Is it true?
Yes, Father.
Very well. And this offer you have refused?
I have, sir.
Your mother insists upon you accepting it. Is it not so, Mrs. Bennet?
Yes, or I will never speak to her again.
Child, an unhappy alternative is before you. From this day you must be a stranger to one of your parents. Your mother will never see you again if you do not marry Mr. Collins. And I will never see you again if you do.
Mr. Bennet!
I shall be at my desk while you make your decision.
Lizzie, if you take it into your head to go on refusing every offer of marriage in such a way, I don't know who will maintain you when your father is deceased. Mr. Collins!
Madam, upon reflection, I'm starting to feel certain pangs of doubt to whether my fair cousin should honor me with her hand in marriage. I hope you will not see it as any dishonor towards your fine family should I withdraw any pretensions regarding her favor.
Well, are you leaving us, Mr. Collins?
Not at all. My visit was to be until Saturday, and this Saturday I mean to stay. I am solicited to dine with Lady Lucas and Sir William and to transport to Charlotte Lucas the complete set of orders and sermons which she has expressed a desire to pre-use under my tutelage.
Well, the Lucases are very artful indeed. But I must say it causes me considerably greater distress to be thwarted by my own blood. Nobody in this family feels for my poor nerves. But it's so. Those who never complain are never pitied.
Well, I take it you refuse Mr. Collins?
I'm afraid our dear mother's best hopes for one of her daughters must remain with you. Jane. What is it?
This letter has just arrived from Caroline Bingley. She tells me they will all have left Netherfield by now with no intention of returning.
But why?
Darcy is eager to see his sister.
And I dare say my brother is scarcely less eager to see her again. For Charles admires Georgiana Darcy so very much, and he will have frequent opportunity to see her on the most intimate of footing. Mr. Darcy, and indeed all of her relations, wish the connection just as much as ours.
Am I wrong, my dearest Jane, in indulging the hope of an event which will secure the happiness of so many?
Oh, Jane. I think Caroline Bingley sees all too plainly that her brother adores you, intends to propose to you, and she wants him to marry Georgiana Darcy.
Surely a sister wishes only for her brother's happiness.
Miss Bingley may wish for many things besides Charles' happiness. And can there be a doubt that she schemes to achieve her own alliance with Mr. Darcy?
Rather than suppose such selfish motives, I much prefer to take it in the best light, that it has been an error of fancy on my side, and has done no harm to anyone but myself.
Such a woman as soon as you can. Bring it up and spoon and I shall visit her.
Were Lady Catherine de Bourgh's exact words. And now, since nothing remains for me but to assure you the violence of my affection.
I know your feelings about Mr. Collins, Eliza. I am not a romantic. I never was. I bring but small fortune to a marriage, and I possess unexceptional beauty. I am sure that my chance of happiness with Mr. Collins would be as much as any woman's would be entering a marriage state. I hope you find it in your heart to be satisfied with what I've decided, and come visit us at Huntsford Parsonage. I shall
have been used to thinking of Charlotte Lucas as a tolerably sensible person. But now I find that she is as foolish as my wife, and more foolish than my daughters. And Mr. Bingley, packed up and gone? When is it your turn to be crossed in love, Lizzie? Maybe Mr. Wickham is your man. He is here very often.
Mr. Wickham is, beyond all comparison, the most agreeable man I ever saw. But he shall not be in love with me if I can prevent it.
You are too cautious, my dear. Mr. Wickham is a most pleasant fellow, and would jilt you credibly.
Miss Bennet, we must come to the point without delay. Me and Miss Mary King have become engaged.
Bright, handsome young men without resources must make their way in this world as best they can. Miss Mary King is every bit as agreeable as she is wealthy. I wish you both every possible joy.
Thank you for your sincerity, Miss Bennet. Had things been
You
different...
mean, had my father produced a son to inherit his estate, or had the late Mr. Darcy not produced one to inherit his?
Yes, something along those lines.
Yes. I should very much like to believe that other circumstances might have produced a changed outcome.
Cousin Eliza, Mrs. Collins and myself welcome you to our humble abode.
It is charming.
The garden is very neatly arranged, you don't think?
I encourage Mr. Collins to use his garden as much as possible. It's a helpful exercise.
I'm fond of a light exercise, if it's not too excessive.
How is your family?
My aunt and uncle gardener have gathered Jane for a visit to London. Perhaps a little relief from home may be as good as anything.
Is it possible that her house might come from Mr. Bingley's there?
Mamma is not hopeful, but it is impossible. Mr. Bingley is now in the custody of Mrs. Darcy.
Cousin Eliza, Lady Catherine has been genial enough to include you for tea on Thursday afternoon.
Mr. Darcy is also invited.
Mr. Darcy? What brings him there?
Eliza, it is highly believed that Mr. Darcy and Miss Anne de Burgh are soon suddenly married.
The late Anne Darcy and Catherine de Burgh were sisters. In consequence, my patroness is aunt to the present Mr. Darcy. The alliance would unite the two great estates of Pemberley and Rosing Parks.
Perhaps my attendance at tea would be out of place.
Cousin Eliza, do not be uneasy about your simple apparel. Lady Catherine prefers to have the distinction of rank preserved in all encounters.
Lady Catherine
You may choose footwear for the occasion under the impression we are readily allowed to walk home. And her ladyship carriage is regularly offered to us. I should say one.
Oh, she has several.
The right honorable lady Catherine de Burgh is a lady whose grace, elegance, and great condescension makes her the admired jewel of Rosing Parks.
Miss Elizabeth Bennet, I presume, from Hertfordshire?
I am.
May I present my daughter, Miss Anne de Burgh?
Mrs. de Burgh.
Oh, you are acquainted with my nephew, Mr. Darcy, I think?
Miss Bennet, I had not hoped for this pleasure.
Nor I, Mr. Darcy.
Fitzwilliam, Miss Bennet, cousin and accessory to Darcy. I'm delighted to make your acquaintance at long last.
At last, sir.
I've had a great deal of you. Oh, they're quite favorable.
You could not have heard as much of me from Mr. Darcy. He is quite expert at recognizing my many shortcomings.
Mrs. Collins, your childhood friend appears a modest, genteel sort of girl. Your father's estate is entailed to Mr. Collins, I think?
Yes, my lady, that is.
For your sake I am pleased, of course, but entailing estate from the female line was not thought necessary in Sir Louis de Burgh's family. I am proud to say that my Anne is the sole and undisputed heir to Rosings Parks. Should she survive me? Do you play and sing, Miss Bennet?
Not have you playing here for ourselves. There are a few in England with more true enjoyment of music than myself, or better natural taste. Had I ever learnt, I should have been a great proficient. How many sisters have you, Miss Bennet?
4, your ladyship. I am second eldest.
5 daughters? Whatever can your mother have been thinking? Is your eldest sister married?
She's not.
Is she handsome?
Exceedingly so. She has much to recommend her.
And still not married? Are any of your younger sisters out?
Yes, ma'am, all of them.
All 5 at once? The younger ones out before the elder ones are married? Your younger sisters must be very young.
The youngest is not yet 16.
Not yet?
Perhaps she may be very young to be much in company, but really, ma'am, it would be very hard upon my younger sisters to miss their share of society's amusements simply because their elder sisters had not had the good fortune or inclination to marry early. I believe the last born has as good a right to the pleasures of youth as the first.
Upon my word, you give your opinion so easily for someone so young. Pray, what is your age?
With 3 younger sisters all grown up, your ladyship can hardly expect me to own it.
You cannot be more than 1 and 20. Therefore, you need not conceal your age.
I am not 1 and 20.
Mr. Collins! As my carriage entered the lane yesterday afternoon, I was exposed to a most explicit view of a pig.
I am not mortified, but thought my lady mortified.
The animal in question appeared quite ready for the table.
I shall see to it.
I should like you and Mrs. Collins to accompany me and Anne in a game of quadrille. Mr. Darcy does not enjoy the pastime, and Colonel Fitzwilliam does not enjoy anything Darcy does not enjoy. Miss Bennet, will you entertain the gentlemen with your music? You shall find this instrument far superior to... Well, play and see for yourself.
Would you play for us, Miss Bennet? I would very much enjoy hearing you play.
I warn you, Colonel Fitzwilliam, my disclaimer was not false of modesty. I am no great proficient.
Do you mean to frighten me, Mr. Darcy, into exhibiting even less skill than I possess? It won't work, you know. My courage rises at your every attempt to intimidate me.
You cannot credit me any power to alarm you. I've observed on several occasions the delight you take in provocation.
I am particularly unlucky, Colonel Fitzwilliam, in meeting with a person able to expose my real character, and perhaps the one which I had hoped to pass myself off with a degree of credit. Is that not ungenerous of Mr. Darcy?
Quite ungenerous indeed.
Impolitic, too. It provokes me to say something of his behavior in Hertfordshire as may shock his relations.
I'm not afraid of you.
Please go on, Miss Bennet. I would love to hear how my dear, sweet cousin behaves among strangers.
The first time of my seeing Mr. Darcy in Hertfordshire was at a ball, when he refused to dance, even though gentlemen were scarce, and more than one young lady was in want of a partner.
I have not the honor of knowing any lady in the assembly beyond my own party.
And no one can ever be introduced in a ballroom.
Perhaps I could have judged better, but I lack the talent which some people possess of conversing easily with those I have never seen before.
Nor do my fingers move over this instrument in the masterly manner I might wish them to. But then I have always supposed it to be my own fault, as I will not take the trouble of practicing.
You are perfectly right. You have employed your time much better. No one admitted to the privilege of hearing you can think of anything wanting.
Darcy! Anne is tired and wishes to go to bed. Please, come say good night to her.
Darcy tells me you're famously fond of walking, Miss Bennet. I would much enjoy your company on your tour of the park.
As would I yours, Colonel Fitzwilliam.
The absolute final word is that Darcy and I are to leave Saturday, unless he puts it off until Sunday. Or that he's particularly eager to go see his little sister, and we will leave Friday.
I do not know anyone who seems more to enjoy the power of doing what he likes than Mr. Darcy.
Darcy likes to have things his own way, as do we all. Although Darcy's more likely to get it because he's rich, while I suffer from self-denial and dependence.
Seriously, Colonel Fitzwilliam, have you ever really known self-denial?
Just the cost of my problem, my dear Miss Bennet. In truth, it is I suffer from want of money. Their sons cannot marry with the rich.
Unless they like to call it fortune.
We're all slaves to our particular habits of expense. And to be honest, I would not mind returning to Derbyshire, and Darcy cannot stay away from Miss Georgiana for too long.
I've heard nothing but good of the young lady, and she's a particularly great favourite with Miss Caroline Bingley. Do you know the Bingleys?
Not well. I know Charles Bingley to be a rather respectable fellow, but quite dependent on Darcy's judgment. Darcy prides himself on the fact that he saved Charles Bingley from a rather imprudent marriage.
Did he? And did Mr. Darcy give you reasons for this interference?
Apparently there were concerns with the lady, top of the strongest objections with the family. The mother was particularly overbearing and ill-mannered, and the extended family carries no great social advantage.
And why is he to be the judge?
Sorry?
Why, upon Mr. Darcy's judgment alone, is he to determine the happiness of others? Did he suppose there was no affection between the couple?
If so, but wouldn't that lessen Darcy's victory?
I'm sorry, Colonel Fitzwilliam, I'm afraid I'm not feeling well. I must say goodbye to you just now.
Allow me to walk you to Parsonage.
No, it is not far. I shall rest there until my friend and Mr. Collins return.
Very well.
Miss Bennet.
Oh.
Fitzwilliam told me. I hope, Miss Bennet, that you're all feeling better.
Yes, somewhat. Thank you, Mr. Darcy, for your concern.
In vain, I have struggled. It will not do. You must allow me to know how ardently I admire and love you. I have waged a great war with these feelings almost from the first moments of our acquaintance, yet I have been powerless to alter my deep attachment to you. I need hardly say that I should be harshly judged concerning the prospect of allying my family to one of such inferior circumstances. Such an alliance might well lessen my sister Georgiana's prospects, and will most certainly be considered by Lady Catherine de Bourgh, it being a clear rejection of the design to ally me with her daughter. But disguise of every sort is abhorrent to me. I must abandon all good judgment in the extent that these circumstances mean nothing to me in the face of the admiration I feel for you. I beg you, most fervently, to ease my suffering and accept my hand.
It is, I believe, the established manner to express a sense of appreciation and gratitude for such sentiments. But no, Mr. Darcy, I cannot. I will not accept your hand. I am sorry to have caused pain to anyone, but it was most unconsciously done, and I trust will be of short duration.
Is this all the reply I'm to expect? I may ask why I should be rejected with so little effort at civility.
And might I inquire why, with so evident a desire of offending and insulting me, you chose to tell me that you liked me, against your will, against your judgment, and against your duty as your sister's protector? And if I was uncivil, I had other provocations. Do you think I could have ever considered marrying the man who has ruined, perhaps forever, the happiness of my beloved sister? You arrogantly and unjustly maneuvered Mr. Bingley away from Jane. Can you deny?
I have no wish to deny that I used my influence to separate my friend from your sister. For that I rejoice in my success. Towards him I have been kinder than towards myself.
But it is not merely this affair on which my dislike is founded. Your account was made clear enough months ago in an account given to me by Mr. Wickham.
You take an eager interest in that gentleman's concerns.
His misfortunes at your
His
house.
misfortunes! His misfortunes indeed.
You are well aware that you have withheld the advantages with which you knew were meant for him, reducing him to a state of near poverty, and yet here, now, you still treat the mention of his misfortune with contempt and ridicule.
My faults, according to your calculations, are heavy indeed, but I wonder how these offences might have been overlooked had your pride not been hurt by my honest confessions of the scruples which have long prevented my speaking to you as of this hour. These bitter accusations might have been suppressed had I with greater policy concealed my affections and flattered you more. I'm not ashamed of the feelings I've confessed to you. They were natural and just. Could you expect me to celebrate the inferiority of your connections? To congratulate myself on hope of relations whose condition in life is so besotted beneath my own?
Your manner of declaration merely spares me any concern I might have felt in refusing you. You could not have made the offer of your hand in any possible way as might have tempted me to accept it. From the very beginning, sir, your manners impressed me as arrogant, conceited, and selfish. You are the last man in the world I could ever be prevailed towards marry.
You have said quite enough, madam. I perfectly comprehend your feelings. I am now only to be ashamed of what my own have been. Forgive me for taking up so much of your time, and accept my wishes for your recovery and good health. I've been walking the grove in hope of meeting you. May I have a moment of conversation? Miss Bennet, be assured that I have no offers that would certainly embarrass us both. The episode from last night cannot be too soon forgotten. Yet you have laid charges at my feet that cannot go unanswered. Regarding Mr. Bingley and your sister.
Miss Jane Bennet is the most beautiful creature I have ever beheld.
Your sister is the most charming young lady, and it was inevitable that my friend should prefer her above any woman in Hertfordshire. I felt no great concern until having the honour of dancing with you at Netherfield when Sir William Lucas made it clear that Mr. Bingley's attentions to Miss Bennet had given rise to a general expectation of their marriage.
What congratulations will then flow in?
It was in this context I took it upon myself to watch your sister carefully.
A woman is better off showing more affection than she feels.
While I observed her to be agreeably cheerful and engaging, I felt that she did not return Mr. Bingley's sentiments with equal participation.
If Jane is so discreet as to not help Mr. Bingley on, he may never do more than like her.
Jane's affection for Mr. Bingley equaled his for hers in every manner.
I did not see it.
Perhaps you were blinded by the inferiority of my family's social standing.
I could have decided an adequacy of your mother's family, as I was going to do in my own case only yesterday.
Think what a promising thing this will be for my younger girls, for Jane's marrying so well will throw them in the way of other wealthy men.
Retarded disregard was the complete want of propriety and social grace betrayed not only by your mother, but by your younger sisters and upon occasion your father. I considered myself to be in service to a friend, and I determined to preserve him from a union that I believe would inevitably bring considerable trials. May we move to the more weighty accusation of having my injured Mr. Wickham.
My father's affection and loyalty to the Darcy family led him to devote himself exclusively to their affairs.
My father wished to be of assistance to George Wickham. He was grateful for the late Mr. Wickham's services to our family, as he was taken by his son's engaging manners. It was his intention to provide a legacy of £1,000 to allow Mr. Wickham to pursue a vocation in the church.
The son straight out refused to honor his father's wishes.
After my father died, Wickham wrote that he had resolved against church living, and instead wished to study the law, for which an additional
£3,000
would be required. I acquiesced. But studying the law was a mere pretense, and within a matter of months, deeply in debt and having gained a reputation for idleness, dissipation, and worse, Mr. Wickham applied to me again, returning to his original wish to be ordained, and yet requiring more funds. Certain that George Wickham ought not to be a clergyman, I refused to comply.
That the father liked me less, the son may have borne me better.
These are quite different circumstances than those related to me by Mr. Wickham.
I'm not surprised. I must now relate to an incident which I have not related to any other person, and for which I must insist upon a pledge of secrecy. A year ago, I visited my sister's school. Clearly she was under a considerable amount of stress. When I pressed to discover the cause, it was revealed that she was in love, that she meant to keep it a secret that she was about to be eloped. That was George Wickham. Apparently he had visited and written her constantly since I refused his last request. My sister's fortune is £30,000. She was then but 15 years old. I was able to convince Georgiana of Mr. Wickham's true motivation in pretending to love her. I cannot describe to you the depth of my sister's anguish. I do not believe she is yet fully recovered. The next I was to see or hear of George Wickham was in your presence. This letter contains what I've just told you in detail. My mere thought was to deliver it to you to avoid any conversation. However, it occurred to me that to do so would only reveal your worst opinions of my character. If, indeed, your contempt has robbed me of all credit and trust in your eyes and your heart, then Fitzwilliam can tell you anything more you wish to know. I shall not intrude upon you again. God bless you.
Lizzie?
Oh, Jane, you've come from London.
Yes, we've been traveling a long one together. Is that Mr. Darcy with whom you're speaking?
Yes.
Elizabeth, are you all right?
Sorry.
Has Mr. Darcy upset you?
Yes, I believe he has. I've always prided myself on my discernment, yet it's taken but 10 minutes of conversation with a man I have utterly despised to see how blind, prejudiced, and absurd I have been. How despicably I have acted. Till this moment I never knew myself.
Z. Let's go home, dear sister.
Jane, dear Lizzie, so much has happened since you've been away. Kitty up and down at the village nearly every day.
Oh, how lovely you are! How beautiful still!
We bought this bonnet. Do you like it?
Your mother and I are parents of two of the most foolish and overdressed girls in the country.
The officers said they liked me in this bonnet, but I don't think it is very pretty.
There were 2 or 3 much uglier in the shop.
I shall pull it to pieces and see if I can make it any better.
It will be a waste. The militia leave in Meryton.
They're due to Brighton in a fortnight. I do wish Papa would take us over there. Oh, think what a miserable summer else we shall have.
I am glad you're back. Feel free to talk any sense you can into your siblings.
Well, Lizzie, I suppose the Collinses live very comfortable, do they? And talk of having Longbourn after your father is dead?
This is a subject they could have hardly mentioned before me.
Yes, well, it would have been strange if they had. But I have no doubt they often talk about it amongst themselves.
Oh, I have such news about a certain person we are like. Dear Mr. Wickham, there is no chance of him marrying Mary King. She's gone off to stay with her uncle at Liverpool.
Gone to stay.
Wickham is safe, as is Mary King.
She's a great fool for going away, if she liked him.
Well, I hope there was no strong attachment on either side.
I'm sure there was none on his. He never cared 3 straws about her. Who could? Such a nasty, freckly thing. Let us hear what's happened to you, Lizzie, and you, Jane, since you went away. I was in greatest hopes that one of you would have found a husband by the time you came back. To think I'd be married before any of you, then I'd escort you to all the balls. Think of what fun that would be. Ask Mary, but she wouldn't come. Society has claims on us all, but I profess myself one who considers such amusements desirable intermittently and not constantly.
Come with us to Meryton. See how everyone is getting on. Mr. Wickham will likely be there.
I'd rather it not be said that the elder Miss Bennett were home but half a day before they too went in pursuit of the officers.
Suit yourself. We're off then.
Goodbye.
Welcome home.
Jane, I want to know whether I ought or ought not to make Wickham's character known. To our family, at least.
Poor Mr. Wickham. There's almost past belief that he is so very bad.
Do you distrust what Mr. Darcy has told me?
Oh, Mr. Darcy. What unhappiness or refusal must have been of him.
Jane, should I or should I not expose Wickham?
Poor Mr. Wickham. Surely there can be no reason for hurting him so dreadfully. Besides, telling Mamma is equal to telling all of our general acquaintance. What is your opinion?
That it ought not be attempted. I pledged to Mr. Darcy that all he told me in particular to his sister would be kept to myself. And Wickham will soon be gone, so it will not matter what he really is. No, at present I will say nothing about it.
Jane, I wish to hear every moment of every detail in London. Every dance, every dinner, and every bit of gossip.
Delicious news! I am invited. Look, Mamma, Colonel Foster's wife wants me to come with them to Brighton. I'm going to Brighton by the sea. All of the officers will be there, and there'll be parties and balls and officers.
I think it's an invitation.
That's because Colonel Foster is a particular friend of mine. Wish me happiness, everyone.
Oh, I am delighted for you, child. Take care to write very often and tell us all about the games of cards and the dancing and the dinners.
All of our friends will be there. Mr. Denny, Captain Carter, dear Mr. Wickham.
Why shouldn't Harriet Foster invite me? I'm 2 years older than Lydia. What's the rules at Harriet herself?
We are to leave within the week.
Within the
Lydia is still a child.
There was so much to prepare and so many people to tell.
Not fair.
Oh, Jane, come along. You still haven't told me about London and Mr. Bingley.
Yes, Mamma. Why won't anybody talk to me?
Father, it would be very unwise to let Lydia do this. What do we know of Harriet Forster or what kind of guardian she could possibly be?
Nothing at all.
She's very little older than Lydia herself.
Given that she is Lydia's particular friend, we have every reason to expect the worst. But what is to be done? Your youngest sister is a harebrained girl. It will never be easy till she's made an exhibition of herself in one public place or another. Luckily, this opportunity offers us the advantage of her doing it with very little inconvenience or expense to her family.
Father, if you do not take the trouble now to check Lydia's spirits, she will be at 16 the most determined flirt who ever made herself and her family ridiculous. Can you suppose it possible that her sisters will not be involved in the disgrace?
You and Jane will be valued and respected on your own merits. Luckily, Lydia is too poor to be an object of prey. And the officers will find women better worth their notice. Perhaps this adventure will serve to educate her as to her insignificance in the world.
Goodbye, goodbye. I shall write you, Kitty, very often. But with every glorious thing that happens, I will be very careful not to leave a single detail missing and make you wild with envy. There's Colonel Foster.
Take every opportunity to enjoy yourself.
I will. Goodbye, Mamma. Mamma, goodbye.
I shan't envy her a speck.
Well, I shall. Kitty, try to stop those tears. Jane, Mary, go after her.
Now, Lizzie, I cannot learn whether Jane saw anything of Mrs. Bingley in London.
Jane cannot be happy, Mamma. Perhaps it would be best to avoid the subject.
Oh, well, for my part, I'm determined not to speak of it to anybody. I told as much to Lady Lucas just the other day. You know, I think Mr. Bingley is a very undeserving man. And I suppose there is no chance of her ever getting him now. There is no talk of him coming back to Netherfield in the summer.
I do not believe he will ever live at Netherfield again.
Well, just as he chooses, I will always say he used my daughter ill. I'm sure Jane will die of a broken heart, and then he will be sorry for what he has done.
I don't care. I'm unhappy.
Kitty, do not cry in public. It is very unattractive.
Bennett,
Mr. Wickham.
we look forward
your company in Brighton this summer.
Only Lydia. We're rather concerned about her being on her own.
The Colonel's wife will make sure to keep a watchful eye on her.
How do you find Hunsford?
Charlotte and Mr. Collins seem content. For 3 weeks, Miss Darcy and his cousin Colonel Fitzwilliam were at Rosings. Do you know the Colonel?
I remember him as a very gentlemanlike man. Manners very different than his cousins.
I found Miss Darcy to improve upon social acquaintance.
Improved Mr. Darcy. Is it too much to hope for that he has grown in the essentials?
In essentials, he's much as he ever was. I mean to say that in knowing him better, his disposition is better understood.
Darcy is wise enough to assume even the appearance of what is right. I assume this enhancement of his behavior is further to match with Miss Anne de Burgh.
Do you think it likely?
Darcy will marry his equivalent or better in fortune and connection. His pride will not allow him to do otherwise. You must be looking forward to the summer. The people who have been away for the winter will soon be back and festivities will be abound.
As it turns out, I shall be enjoying a tour of your part of the world.
Tony show.
Nature and culture, wildness and artifice all in harmony and in one perfect county.
Do you remember meeting my aunt and uncle Gardner?
I remember your aunt spoke fondly of her time in
Lambton.
a lovely village not 5 miles from Pemberley.
My aunt is keen to revisit the town and the surrounding sites.
Some of my happiest years were spent there.
I agree to accompany them.
Perhaps you will be afforded a glimpse of Pemberley while you're in the neighborhood.
I must join my family. Safe journey, Mr. Wickham.
I wish you the same, Miss Bennet, and I hope our paths will cross again soon.
With Lizzie gone off to Derbyshire and Lydia gone for 3 weeks, bless me, brother, but soon I shan't have the comfort of any of my daughters at Longbourn. Is that not a sorry thought, Mr. Bennet?
A dilemma, my dear, that is certain to be conquered by your customary fortitude. Write to me, Lizzie. I shall miss your good sense so much that I can almost promise to respond to your letters.
Thank you, Father.
The route shall carry us through Oxford, Warwick, and Blenheim to Derbyshire. We shall be treated to the sights of the Matlock River Valley.
I'm eager for Lambton.
Oh, now, the little town of Lambton.
He is amused that Lambton takes its place among so many wonders.
And we shall spend every bit of time there as you desire, my love. But let's be off. We have the daylight, and that is best for travelers.
I shall write to you, Jane, and you must promise to write as well. You will keep your promises, I know.
Of course I shall.
You may post your letters at the little inn in Lambton.
The little inn in the little town of Lambton.
How was your first night's sleep in Lambton, Elizabeth?
So peaceful. I should be content to spend the rest of my life in Derbyshire.
And what shall our itinerary include on this glorious day?
I would like to see the park, between the great house at Pemberley.
From the little inn to the great house. I'm willing, but only if Elizabeth approves.
Do you have a great desire to see Tom?
I should have thought you would. Haven't heard so much about it from handsome Mr. Wickham.
We have seen many great houses. I have little pleasure left in fine carpets and satin curtains. And surely the family will be down for the summer. I should feel awkward.
Mr. Darcy and his sister are in London.
The innkeeper assured me that a visit of the house and grounds would be well received.
If it were only a fine house, richly furnished, I should not have to care about it myself.
The grounds are delightful.
Magnificent ones.
Renowned streams for fishing.
Mr. Gardner loves his fishing.
I do.
Well then, yes.
To Pemberley then we shall go.
It takes the breath away.
The building is framed most handsomely on the rising ground between the woody hills and the stream, is it not?
It is beyond all of my imaginations.
Plenty of trout in that stream, I'll wager.
Hello, I'm Mrs. Reynolds. Visiting is always quite welcome at Pemberley. The late Mr. Darcy always took great pleasure in being visited and admired.
Elegant rooms and lofty.
guess I might have been mistress.
This room is dear Miss Darcy's favourite room. Pictures kept just as they used to be. The large portrait is of my master, young Mr. Darcy.
It is a handsome face, but I've never seen the original. Lizzie, what is your opinion as to the likeness?
Does the young lady know Mr. Darcy?
To some extent.
And he's a handsome gentleman, is he not, miss?
Yes, very handsome.
I am sure I know none so handsome.
And this charming young lady?
Miss Georgiana Darcy, drawn earlier this year for her 16th birthday.
A very pretty young lady.
Oh yes, the prettiest young lady I was ever seen, and so accomplished. She plays and sings all day long. In the next room is a new piano just come down for her, a present from my master.
Generous as well as handsome.
And so very kind.
Indeed?
Oh yes, I've never heard a cross word from him in my life, and I've known him since he was 4 years old.
His father was an excellent man.
His son is just like him.
This building, I suspect late 17th century, is it not, Miss Reynolds?
It dates 1690.
Mr. Darcy, we did not expect you. Is Miss Georgiana come down as well? And the others?
They arrive tomorrow. Georgiana is keen to play the new... Miss Bennet! This is a surprise welcome. Welcome. Surprise.
Mr. Darcy! We did not expect. We understood the family was away. We would have never ever presumed.
It's quite all right. Your parents, they're in good health? And your sisters and yourself?
Yes, we are. All of us. Well. May I present Mr. and Mrs. Edward Gardner?
I'm pleased to make your acquaintance.
Mr. and Mrs. Gardner are my uncle and aunt.
A distinct pleasure, sir.
Indeed.
How long are you away from Longbourn?
Some time now.
2 weeks to the day. We are taking a tour of Derbyshire.
And where are you staying?
At the Little Inn at Lambton.
A fine establishment. You were well cared for there. And how are your parents?
Well.
As you've already said. Yes. Good. Excuse me. I sincerely hope you enjoy your tour of Pemberley. Please, spend as much time as you desire. Miss Reynolds will see to it.
The Riverwalk is most appealing this time of year. I'll take you to the groundskeeper.
We must leave here at once.
Of course, if you wish.
My coming here is the most ill-judged thing in the world. I'm so ashamed. Pray God I never see the man again.
Ah,
Miss Darcy! You find us again.
just tending to my... You're not leaving?
Yes, I think we must.
I hope you're not rushing off because you're displeased with Pemberley. Do you approve of the place?
Yes, very much. I cannot imagine anyone not approving.
It is your good opinion that matters to me. I know that you do not bestow it lightly. Please, stay. If only for a while. I believe I made the wrong impression earlier. I must admit to being taken by surprise at seeing you here.
As was I you. Had we known you'd be here, Mr. Darcy, we would have never dreamt of invading your privacy.
Mrs. and Mrs. Gardner, might I give you a personal tour of the park? There's a beautiful walk by the side of the water, and the higher ground to the west of the river affords a charming view of the valley and the opposite hills. They're quite remarkable.
I suspect that stream is home to Prejudice trout, is it not, Mr. Darcy?
Indeed it is, sir. If you have the time, you must return here and fish as often as you like. The lake is home to pike as well as carp, tench, bream, perch, roach, and rudd. If any of those are more to your liking, I'd be happy to supply you with the tackle and show you the best spots. Even join you, if you like the company.
I can be persuaded. Thank you, sir, for your kind offer.
Yes, most considerate.
It's settled then. Miss Bennet, the rest of my party joins me tomorrow, including some who claim to have an acquaintance. Mr. Bingley and his sister.
Ah,
There is one other person who particularly wishes to know you. Will you allow me to... Do I ask too much as to introduce my sister, Do you want to stay in Derbyshire?
Thank you, Mr. Darcy. I should be most happy to make your acquaintance.
Excellent. Let me... And then we shall...
Perfectly well behaved, polite, and unassuming.
There's something a bit imposing in him, to be sure, although it is not all unbecoming.
He may be a bit whimsical in his civilities, but your great men often are.
But how came you to tell us he was so disagreeable?
It is possible, my dear aunt, that I was mistaken. I like Mr. Darcy much better now than when I met with him before.
He is clearly very devoted to his sister, and was eager to introduce her to you almost the moment she left home.
I must confess I am at a complete loss as to why.
Miss Bennet.
Mr. Gardner,
Yes, Mrs. Gardner?
I have conceived, you might say, a suspicion of Mr. Darcy, my niece, which has upon this occasion grown to a full conviction that at least one of them knows what it is to love.
Indeed.
What Elizabeth may feel for that young gentleman, I can only wonder. But do you think, safe to say that his admiration for her is...
Overflowing, my dear. It is overflowing.
Miss Bennet, I am most happy, delighted to see you again. I see that you are doing well.
It has been a very long time, Mr. Beaton.
Since the 26th of November, when we were all dancing together at Netherfield.
Your memory is very exact.
And your family?
Very well.
Ah, yes. Pray tell me, are all of your sisters in Longbourn?
All but one.
Ah.
Lydia is at Brighton for the summer.
Ah, that is good news indeed.
Pray, Miss Eliza, are not the Hertfordshire militia removed from Mount?
The militia is to be found in Brighton.
It's a great loss, your father.
Miss Bennet, the innkeeper at Lambton has sent a messenger with this letter for you. It is from Miss Jane Bennet and marked as being urgent. You may read it in the library if you wish.
Thank you, Mr. Darcy. Dearest Lizzie, something has occurred of a most serious and unexpected nature. Lydia has run off with Wickham.
Dear God, are they married?
We must return to Longbourn immediately.
And inform Mr. Gardner.
Miss Bennet, I do not know the reason for your sudden departure, but may I be of assistance to you in any way?
Any attempt at concealment will be pointless. My younger sister has left her friends and thrown herself into the power of Mr. Wickham. They have run away together from Brighton. You know him too well to doubt the rest. Lydia has no money, no connections, nothing that can possibly tempt him to marry her.
I'm grieved to hear this.
And to think that I might have prevented it. I who knew what he was. Had his character been known, this never could have happened.
But is it certain? Absolutely certain?
They would trace as far as London, but not beyond. Poor Lydia. She wrote to Kitty that they would go to Scotland and marry there. But Colonel Forster brought the news to Father that Wickham told one of the militia that Wickham never intended to go to Gretna Green or to marry Lydia at all.
And what is done to recover her?
My father has gone to London and Uncle Gardner is sure to render what assistance he can. But I know very well that nothing can be done. How is such a man to be worked on? How are they even to be discovered? I have not the slightest hope. Please apologize to Miss Darcy for my abrupt departure. conceal the unhappy truth as long as possible. I know it cannot be long.
You may be assured of my secrecy.
Goodbye, Miss Darcy. I shall never see you again.
Lizzie! Jane! Have you heard from Father in London? Only one short letter saying he still searches for them.
Mr. Garner should have joined him by now. He left us swimming to his horses in Hatfield.
You look so pale. What must you have gone through? How is mother?
Until today, she would not leave the dressing room.
Lizzie! We are all ruined forever!
Jane has told me everything, Mama. Hurry.
Sister! I am sorry that you must bear witness to this misfortune. I always thought the Foresters were unfit to take charge of Lydia, but I was overruled, as usual. Oh, poor dear child, she is not the type of girl to do this sort of thing, if she had been properly looked after. And Mr. Bennett's gone away, and I know he will fight Wickham wherever he meets him, and then he will be killed, and what will become of us?
Jane, Father will not challenge Mr. Wickham to a duel, Mama.
I must prepare myself for the worst.
Mr. Garner is in London with Mr. Bennet now.
Oh, is he? That is exactly what I could most wish for.
They will consult together on what is best to be done.
You must tell my brother to find Lydia and Wickham, and if they are not married already, make them marry. He must not let my husband fight Mr. Wickham. He can do no good in London and must return home immediately. You must tell him what a dreadful state I am in. That I am frightened out of my wits and have such tremblings, such flutterings, such beatings in my heart, and spasms in my side, and pains in my head, that I can get no rest by day nor night.
You must try to calm yourself, Mama.
And above all things, you must not let Lydia do anything about her new clothes until she has seen me. She does not know which shops are the best. Lydia, my favorite child.
I must be off before dawn. Be assured that Mr. Garner will spare no effort on your family's behalf. You must rest, all of you.
This is a most unfortunate affair. It will be much talked of. But we must stem the tide of malice and pour into the wounded bosoms of each other the balm of sisterly consolation. All that we can do now is wait for the post.
Oh, this letter came from Father this afternoon. He instructed me to open all that came to him in his absence.
It is from Mr. Collins. My dear
My
sir.
dear sir, I feel myself called upon by our relationship and my situation in life to condole with you and assure you that Mrs. Collins and myself sincerely sympathize with you and Miss Bennet in this most grievous affliction, that of all other afflictions must be the most afflicting to a parent's mind, and is the more to be lamented. This licentious behavior in daughter has proceeded from a faulty degree of indulgence, though at the same time, for the consolation of yourself and Miss Bennet, I'm inclined to think her own disposition must be naturally bad. Howsoever that may be, you are grievously to be pitied, in which opinion Lady Catherine, to whom I've related the entire affair, joins me. Lady Catherine agrees with me that in apprehending this false step in one daughter may be injurious to the fortune of the rest, to whom Lady Catherine condescendingly says will connect themselves with such a family. I am, dear sir, your most obedient and humble, etc.
etc. Oh, Father, you must not think this to be your fault.
No, Lizzie. For once in my life, let me hear how much I've been to blame.
What is the news?
Lizzie, I grant you no ill will in being justified in your advance to me last May.
Have you and Uncle Gardner managed to learn anything of Lydia?
Papa, if I should ever go to Brighton, I will behave much better than Lydia.
No, Kitty. I have at last learnt some manner of caution, and you will feel the effects of it. No officer is to ever enter our house again, and balls are to be absolutely prohibited, as is dancing altogether unless it is with one of your sisters. And you're never to stir out of doors until you can prove you have spent 10 minutes a day in a rational manner.
Pa!
Do not make yourself unhappy. If you are a good girl for the next 10 years, I promise to review the situation.
Pa, are Wickham and Lydia found?
They are found. And they are married. Your uncle has done it all.
Thank God. Wickham and Lydia married? Is it possible?
And Lydia as well? Is she...
I have not seen Lydia, or her husband. Your uncle has arranged the entire thing.
Lydia is the first to marry?
But there are two things I want very much to know. One is how much your uncle has laid down to bring it about, and the other is how I am to ever repay him.
Money from Uncle Gardner? What do you mean?
I mean that no man in his senses would marry Lydia under so slight a temptation as the settlement your uncle tells me he has arranged.
Oh, the generous good man. He has most certainly overextended himself on our behalf.
Wickham's a fool if he takes her for a farthing less than £10,000.
Not much.
Were it any less, I would feel sorry to think so slightly of my new son-in-law's business sense. Now, please inform your mother that the happy couple will be arriving here tomorrow at dinner time.
Mr. and Mrs. Wickham have returned from London. I am Miss Wickham Law, and the first to be married.
Oh, dear girl, how lovely you are. We've missed you so much.
Thank you, but me and my husband have been far too busy to miss any of you. Haven't you, Mr. Wickham?
Lydia.
Here you are, all the same, but not me. Congratulate me, sisters. I'm married, and to such a handsome man.
Indeed he is. Oh, we wish you much, much joy, dear Mr. Wickham.
Mother Bennet.
Oh, Mr. Bennet, at long last we have a son. How merry we all shall be now.
Good gracious. When I went away, I had no thought of being married, but I thought good fun it would be if I was.
Oh, and Mr. Bennet. Hello all, and I'm so sorry, but to inform you that we cannot stay for long. I've just purchased a new commission in Newcastle.
Newcastle? Is not Newcastle a long way off?
I don't rightly know. I want to go into Meryton and show everyone I need my new ring.
There will be time enough for that. Come, let's have tea and tell me all the details of the wedding. Oh, Mrs. Wickham, how lovely it sounds.
Jane, you must go behind me, because I'm a married woman and you are not.
Do you expect to be greatly forlorn in Newcastle, Mr. Wickham?
On the contrary, it is a lovely village. It is the place I would have been a vicar, and a lovely parsonage house.
How should you have liked making sermons?
Peace and quiet of such a life would have answered all of my happy.
I have heard, what I believe good authority, that there was a time when sermon making was not so palatable to you.
Did you?
And that you flatly refused to take the situation you inherited and were compensated accordingly.
That's not holy.
Come, Mr. Wickham, we are brother and sister now. Let us not quarrel in the past.
Now, is my husband not a charming man? Now go have your tea, dear, work your charms with my father. Do not distress yourself, my dear husband. I shall join you shortly. I shall like of all things for my sisters to visit us in Newcastle. We'll be there all winter, and there will certainly be balls. I can say I could get a partner for you. I dare say I could get a partner for each one of you, Mary included, by winter's end.
Thank you for my share of the favor, Lydia, but I do not particularly like your way of getting husbands.
Ha! You are so strange. Who would want a whole regiment of soldiers seeking her favor? I would have had Wickham's whole regiment at the wedding, but strict Colonel Foster couldn't spare a single soldier from his duties, It's not like England is under attack. Or is it? Anyway, in the end, it was just Aunt and Uncle Gardner, Mr. Darcy, and the parson, of course.
Mr. Darcy?
Well, yes, someone had to stand up for Mr. Wickham. I'd much rather it been, oh, gracious me. I wasn't to say a word about that. It's to be kept a secret. Silly, silly, newlywed.
Well, if it was to be a secret, we'll ask you no more questions about it.
Though our curiosity as to the reason for Mr. Darcy to be at your wedding is all but overpowering.
I can well imagine. Thank you for not asking. For if you did, I'd have to answer, and that'd make my new husband quite angry with me.
2 days is far too short a time for a visit. You must take care to write very often.
Married women never have much time for writing. My sisters come around me because I'll have little else to do.
Take care of my darling girl, Mr. Wickham.
That I will, Miss Bennet. Oh, and Mr. Bennet, words cannot describe the kindness you have shown me. And goodbye to my sisters-in-law. The carriage awaits, and my post calls me to duty.
He's as valuable a son-in-law as I ever saw. He simpers and smirks and makes love to us all. Please inform Mr. and Mrs. Gardner that would have been a bargain at twice the price.
Did the money come from Mr. Darcy?
Are you indeed ignorant of the part Mr. Darcy played in bringing about this marriage?
Completely.
When your uncle arrived from London, he was quite surprised to have received Mr. Darcy who had managed to find your sister, Mr. Wickham. Wickham, of course, wanted a great deal to agree to marry Lydia, but at length was reduced to be reasonable. Mr. Darcy insisted to your uncle that he be allowed to shoulder all of the arrangements himself.
The fault, sir, is mine, and so must be the remedy. It was through my reserve, my pride, that Mr. Wickham's character had not been made known to the world. Had I not thought it beneath me to lay my private actions to the world, Mr. Wickham's character would have been exposed, and this regrettable affair never would have taken place.
He takes too much upon himself.
Argument is fruitless. I insist on bearing the entire expense. I shall not give way.
I fancy, Lizzie, that obstinacy may perhaps be the real defect of his character after all. But Lizzie, this must go no further than yourself, or Jane at most. Mr. Darcy will not wish any of this known, especially I should think by you.
Then why have you told me?
Pray forgive me if I have been very presuming, or at least don't exclude me from the chance to one day visit Pemberley again. Give my love to Jane. She also deserves a husband who knows the treasure that she is.
Mr. Bingley is here from Netherfield to see Jane. Mamma, Mr. Bingley is here.
Mr. Bingley? Here? I mean, that is nothing to us. Well, of course, he's very welcome to call, and you never know what may happen. But, again, that is nothing to us.
He looks very handsome. Jane!
Can you keep your voice down? Jane, Mr. Bingley is here. We must prepare.
That tall, proud man is with him.
Mr. Darcy?
Yes, he's who I mean. Oh, any friend of Mr. Bingley's is welcome here, to be sure. But I must say I quite hate the sight of that man. I will be civil, but no more than civil. Mr. Bingley, how kind of you to call upon us.
Miss Bennet.
Mr. Darcy, you are welcome. Oh, we'd begun to become afraid that you would never call upon us again. There was a rumor you had quit the place in its entirety. Well, a great many changes have taken place since you went away. Charlotte Lucas is often married, and one of my own daughters as well.
I have heard of it, ma'am.
Well, it was in the Times and the Courier, though it was not in it as it should have been. It only said, lately, Mr. George Wickham, Esquire, to Miss Lydia Bennet. It was my brother Gardner's drawing up, and I wonder how he made such an awkward business of it.
Will you be in the country long, Mr. Bingley?
Our plans are not altogether settled, but I hope we shall stay some weeks. A few weeks, through the hunting season at the very least.
Oh, well, when you have killed all of your own birds, I beg you come and shoot some of ours as well. Come, and let's ask Mr. Bennet if he will join you. He has not picked up a rifle in many years, but I am sure he would benefit from your example.
Certainly, Miss Bennet. It is very good to see you again, Miss Bennet.
It is very good to see you.
Mr. Darcy,
both sides we shall meet only as acquaintances.
Jane, take care.
Dear Lizzie, you cannot think me so weak as to be in danger now.
I think you are very much in danger of making him as much in love with you as ever.
Here, child. Take your shawl.
Father?
It is a lovely autumn day, Miss Bennet. Would you care to join me in the garden?
Yes, of course.
I have very much missed the great pleasure of your company.
And I yours, Mr. Bingley.
Miss Bennet,
Mr. Darcy.
I trust I am not
What, Mr. Darcy?
imposing upon you.
To the contrary, I am glad of your company.
Good, good. My friend and your sister are...
In the garden, yes. May I ask, is your sister at Penley still?
She will remain there until Christmas.
Alone?
Miss Caroline Bingley and the others have gone to the coast for 3 weeks. However, Georgiana and Miss Reynolds are quite close.
Mr. Darcy, I must tell you that...
Jane. Oh, Lizzie, I'm to be Charles's wife. Just too much by far too much. Why is not everybody as happy? Mama! Oh, Kitty! Come quickly. Oh, Jane, I am so happy for you. Mr. Bingley, I congratulate you on your good and great fortune.
She is, of course, too good for me, but who should mind having what is too good for them?
They are engaged, Mama.
Oh, Jane! Oh, I'm so happy. Mr. Bingley! Oh, Mr. Bingley!
I congratulate you both. And I have no doubt that you are doing very well together. You are each of you so compliant that nothing will ever be resolved. So easy that every servant will cheat you. And so generous that you will always exceed your income.
Mr. Bingley, you'll be home all the time now, won't you? These are
I should so much like to visit my grandmother, Miss Bingley.
Yes, yes, all that to say, of course, of course.
Oh, Lizzie, if I could but see you as happy.
Did I have your goodness, I never can have your happiness. No, let me shift for myself and perhaps, if I have very good luck, I may meet with love Mr. Collins. Lady Catherine, it is late and my family is retired for the evening. Your arrival at Longbourn is quite unexpected. Has something happened?
I should like to ask that very thing of you, Miss Bennet.
Lizzie, who is here at this hour?
This lady, I gather to be your mother?
Lady Catherine de Bourgh is calling upon us.
Well, what has happened?
Oh, hello.
And this, I suppose, is one of your sisters.
Yes, this is my youngest daughter but one, Lady Catherine. My youngest was recently married to Mr. George Wickham, an officer in Your Majesty's service. And my eldest was recently affianced to...
Mrs. Bennet, I would like a word with your daughter. I require use of this room.
But the hour is so late. Can we not
Please.
discuss?
Leave us, mother. You as well, Kitty.
You can be at no loss, Miss Bennet, to understand the reason of my journey hither.
I am not at all able to account for it.
However insincere you may choose to be, you shall not find me so. My character has been ever celebrated for its sincerity and frankness. I was told that your sister was not the only Bennet on the point of being most advantageously married, but that a Miss Elizabeth Bennet would, in all likelihood, be soon united to my nephew. Though I knew it was a scandalous falsehood, I instantly resolved on setting off for the
true, I wonder why you have taken the trouble of coming so far and to intrude upon my family in the middle of the night.
To insist upon you having it, there is no foundation for it. Has my nephew made you an offer of marriage?
Your ladyship has declared it impossible.
It ought to be so. It must be so. If my nephew retains any use of his reason, but your arts and allurements may have, in a moment of infatuation, made my nephew forget everything he owes to himself and to all of his family.
If I have, I should be the last person to confess it.
Miss Bennet, I am Mr. Darcy's nearest relative, and I'm entitled to know all his concerns.
But you are not entitled to know mine.
This, let me be rightly understood. This match which you have the presumption to aspire can never take place. Mr. Darcy is engaged to my daughter.
If he is so, you can have no reason to suppose that he would make an offer to me.
It is an engagement of a special kind. It is a union born while they were in their cradles.
If you have no other objection to my marrying your nephew, I shall certainly not be kept from it, knowing that his mother and aunt were planning a marriage between him and his cousin, well before either of them were capable of forming words of their own.
Honor, decorum, and prudence shall keep you from it. You will be censured, slighted, and despised by everyone connected with him.
These are heavy misfortunes. But the wife of Mr. Darcy should have such extraordinary sources of happiness that she should have little cause for distress.
Obstinate, headstrong girl, I command you to tell me once and for all, are you engaged to him?
I am not.
And will you promise to never enter into such an engagement?
I will make no such promises. I must beg to be importuned no further on the subject.
To the objections I have already voiced, I have yet another to add. I am no stranger to the particulars of your youngest sister's infamous elopement.
There's no
a patched-up business at the expense of your father's uncle.
Lady Catherine.
Is such a girl to be my nephew's sister? Is her husband the son of a steward to be his brother? Of heaven and earth, of what are you thinking? Are the shades of Pemberley to be thus polluted?
You have insulted me in every possible way.
You are an unfeeling, selfish girl. You are, then, resolved to have him.
I am only resolved to act in a manner which will, in my own opinion, constitute my own happiness, without reference to you or to anyone else who is wholly unconnected with me.
Very well, then. I shall now know how to act. Do not imagine, Miss Bennet, that your ambition will ever be gratified. I take no leave of you. And I send no compliments to your mother. You deserve no such attention. I am most seriously displeased.
Mr. Darcy, Madam Samaritan.
We've decided on a walk to Oakham Mount.
The autumn colors are so lovely.
Do you like it, Lizzie?
Oh, heavens.
Well, Mr. Darcy admires it too. Don't you, Mr. Darcy?
It is very handsome.
Mama, where are you?
Mr. Darcy, I am a very selfish creature, and for the sake of giving relief to my own feelings, care not how I may be wounding yours. I can no longer keep from thanking you for your remarkable kindness to my poor sister Lydia. My thoughtlessness betrayed to me that you had been involved in the matter, and of course I could not rest until I knew all. Were your actions on our behalf known, to the rest of my family, I should not have merely my own gratitude to express.
If you will thank me, let it be for yourself alone. Your family owes me nothing. Much as I respect them, I thought only of you.
I'm sorry.
Miss Bennet, you are too generous to trifle with me. If your feelings are still the same as they were last April, tell me so at once. My affections and wishes are unchanged, but one word from you will silence me on this subject forever.
Oh, Mr. Darcy, my feelings are the exact opposite of what they were then.
Hearing you say that makes me feel very,
Does it?
yes, happy. Do you know, we owe a great debt to my aunt.
How so?
Lady Catherine told me of her visit with you. Unluckily for her ladyship, the disclosure turned out the exact opposite of her intentions. Had you been irrevocably decided against me, I felt that you were fairly told as much.
You know enough of my frankness to believe me capable of that. After having abused you so bodily to your face, I could have no scruple in abusing you to all your relations.
What did she ever say to me that I did not deserve? My behavior on the evening of my proposal was unpardonable.
And what could you have thought when you saw me at Pemberley after having so rudely refusing you?
I felt nothing but surprise. After recovering from the shock of having your presence in my home, my object was to show you, by every civility in my power, that I was not so mean as to resent the past.
Shall we follow the others to Oakham Mount?
Or perhaps I could better use the moment to visit with your father.
You will find him in his library.
Good gracious, what can that disagreeable Mr. Darcy be doing here again?
Mr. Darcy has gone to the library.
Mr. Darcy should rightly be out shooting or something or another and not disturbing us with his annoying presence.
Mr. Darcy has gone to speak to Father.
Oh, he'll get an ill reception, I'll tell you that.
He's asking for
Your
Father's
father
permission.
hates to be disturbed while in his study. You know that, Lizzie.
Mr. Darcy has asked for my hand in marriage.
Sorry?
Mr. Darcy wants me to marry him. Mr. Darcy has asked me to be his wife.
Oh, Lizzie, how rich you shall be! And how happy! What jewels and what carriages you shall have! Chains is nothing to it. Nothing at all. And what a charming man! He's so handsome and so tall. Oh, Lizzie, I'm so happy. 3 daughters married, 10,000 a year. I must go tell Lady Lucas.
Lizzie, am I not mistaken that you have always hated the man?
I do not always feel as I do now.
He is rich, to be sure, and you may have many more fine clothes and carriages than Jane. But will they make you happy?
Have you any other objections besides your belief of my indifference?
Not at all. We all know him to be a proud, unpleasant type. But this would mean nothing if you really liked him.
I do like him. Indeed, he has no improper pride. You do not know what he really is.
Lizzie, I advise you to think better of it. Let me not have the grief of seeing you unable to respect your partner in life.
Papa, there is no one I desire more than Mr. Darcy. I love him. It was he who made it possible for Wickham to agree to marry Lydia.
Made it possible.
He did not wish it known, but I compelled Mr. Gardner to tell me. There is no one I can love more dearly.
I see. In that case, he deserves you. I could not have parted with you, my Lizzie, to anyone less worthy. I give you my consent. She is yours. You are a lucky young man. If any other lucky young men come for Kitty or Mary, send them to me. I am quite at my leisure.
How did you begin to fall in love with me?
I cannot fix on the hour, or the spot, or the look, or the words. I was in the middle before I knew I had begun.
Did you admire me for my impertinence?
For the liveliness of your mind, I did.
You knew no actual good of me. But nobody thinks of that when they fall in love.
Was there no good affection to Miss Jane Bennet while she was ill at Netherfield?
Dearest Jane, who could have done less for her? But make a virtue of it by all means. My good qualities are now under your protection, and it belongs to me for finding moments of teasing and courting as often as may be. And it belongs to you for finding moments of exaggerating my good qualities as often as you can. Oh, my love.